Alrighty, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, this is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to the Hairy Bash. It is the semi-final, the second semi-final. We've already seen Wally versus Pez, and Wally managed to get a 2-1 win out of that to move on to the grand final. Pez onto the third place matchup, and now we will be watching a game between these two players. So down the bottom left side of the map, it is Mr. SWS. He's from the United States, plays for Dust Gaming. And, sorry, I just need a drink. He is, yeah, so far he's been kicking a lot of Zerg ass in this tournament. He's been both King Kong and Mighty Kiwi, both very, very competent Zerg players. And this is the first time he's had to face a Terran player. And the Terran player is, of course, Mr. Spear, otherwise known as Power HM. He is from South Korea, plays for the team Vast Gamers, and he beat Hearts in the quarterfinals, who's a very, very capable Protoss player. So Spear, just having come off a game against a very good Protoss player, we'll see if that gives him the advantage to take down SWS in this game. It's kind of a battle of the titans, I think, because we know that Spear is awesome, having beaten Hearts, and we know that SWS is awesome, having beaten Mighty Kiwi and King Kong. So it's not like the previous semi-finals where it's sort of an unknown quality. Maybe they got this far and a bit of luck, or because the seeds were good, or because some people didn't show up. In this one, you know, both of the competitors absolutely have beaten top quality players already in this tournament, so you know the games are going to be awesome. And it's an awesome map as well. Look at this map. We got the nice easy expansion. This map layout is actually going to favor SWS because he's got a direct line to this thing, whereas Spear has to go all the way around to hit that expansion. And the Mothership Core keeping a watch out, making sure the workers don't get anywhere close. Ooh, there we go. The worker does get in. Does get shot. Oh, no. It's going to be able to scout the expansion, which is the important thing right there. So, there we go. Just a little bit of safety right there. Sending some Marines over. I guess if Spear scouted and didn't see an expansion there, he would not be sending those Marines over because, of course, without the expansion, that means there's a lot more gate tech on the way, perhaps even some other stuff, and the Marines would most likely be slaughtered. But at least with an expansion up there, he knows that SWS hasn't got for a ton of units. Although he is now, it looks like he's building a couple more gateways, getting his stuff up, getting an observer out there. So, doing some stuff. And right now, with two Stalkers out the front of the Mothership Core, I think SWS should probably still be okay. Those Marines do definitely pack a punch though, so a little bit of micro is definitely warranted. Does kill one Marine, chases the rest away. But they turn around, they're going for the weak Stalker. If it comes down to only one Stalker left alive here. Oh, beautiful play there, forcing Spear to turn around and shoot the other Stalker. There we go, and manages to survive with both Stalkers just barely. This guy's got 2 health left, so very, very nice play. Another observer coming out as well to get maximum scouting out on Mr. Spear's base, who is currently going for, what is he going for? Going for a bunch of tech labs on his barracks. Definitely needs to get that Marauder production out there, which is what he is doing to deal with those pesky Stalkers. And we've also got a Starport out. Oh, let's get confused between Starport and Stargate. Looks like probably going to be some Triple M with some Hellions going out just to add a bit of fun. But yeah, standard Triple M would be my guess. I don't think he's... yeah, look, it's level 1 weapon, so it's going to be Triple M. Very, very nice stuff. Here comes the other observer. Did he shoot the first one? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, they're all... I thought he moved one in there. No, he did. Okay, so Spear did kill that observer. Oh, I'm all over the place at this point. Look at this guy. There's an upper thing over there that you could probably sit at, but I suppose once you sort of sit still, it's very, very hard for Spear to see it anymore. But moving around, yeah, it can be quite a pain. So here we go. There's going to be 7 Marines this time. Moving on out, the observer is ready to spot them. And we've got a whole bunch of units, which should be more than enough to take care of 7 Marines. I mean, the sentries do great damage. The Zealots do great damage when they get in nice and close. Ooh, medevac with a bunch of Hellions and some Marauders. Now it's starting to look dangerous out here. And I do believe they have level 1 weapons already. So very, very nice stuff. These guys, no upgrades as of yet. The Forge are just starting to come down now. So the upgrades are going to be a little bit delayed. Oh, look at this drop right here. Stalker's waiting for them though. And that medevac definitely chased off. Meanwhile, the other guys... Oh, that is a force field right there, ladies and gentlemen. SWs handling the attack beautifully, but the medevac coming down, providing some high ground. And yeah, suddenly a few of those units definitely taken some hits, but that force field there, brilliant, brilliant play by SWs, especially when he was under pressure on the high ground, kept his shit together and put that force field down. So far, SWs looking very, very strong and getting the Colossus out nice and early, which is a really, really great option against Triple M, obviously. We do have some Vikings coming out and a second Stargate. So Spear obviously showing that he knows how to deal with Protoss with that second Stargate. If you try and deal with Colossus with one Stargate, with one Starport, sorry, and try and get medevacs out, you are going to run short. So a second Starport is 100% necessary. And here we go, warping out a bunch more units. Spear's looking okay, but against two Colossus with no Viking support, I really don't think there's any chance of him doing any sort of damage here. He needs to build up that Viking support. He needs to get out there. The Colossus don't have range yet, which is probably why he wasn't going in there, but they do have range now, so they could easily just move over there and hit those guys. But beforehand, yeah, range not that good. And Spear, you know, he's taking care of the bases situation. He's making sure SWs can't get a third base easily. Keeping out, putting out map pressure. Oh, the Observer gets owned. And that was another nice play as well from Mr. Spear. He was going for the drop, and he knew that SWs was probably watching him. So there we go. The Stalkers are already waiting, though. He is not... Yeah, you're going to be fooled by these guys. So Spear moving around, nothing's going to happen. Maybe if you had a tank over there, you might be able to do something, but no. And another Observer just comes straight back out, right out the front. And yeah, so SWs keeping a good eye on the entire map. And Spear, he is just going around trying some stuff. Is he going to scan again? The Observer is right on top of the Marauder. As we saw it before, so yeah, I suppose that's a nice way to hide that. Pylon didn't really do all that much, going to get taken out. Let's have a look at the army size. So we only got 2 Colossus, 15, 23, 4. So the Viking numbers are getting there, And SWs isn't building a ton of Colossus. Looks like he's going for Storms at the moment, which is probably a good thing. Not much anti-air actually, so he might have a lot of trouble with the Vikings when they start coming out. Definitely needs to have a bit more Stalkers to start shooting those guys down if he wants his Colossus to stay alive. But 90% of the time, by the time the Colossus all go down, the ground forces are all down anyway if you've got enough Colossus. But this is a dangerous time right here. He needs to get the Storms out. He needs to get the Storms going. He doesn't have too many High Templars. He's got 3, but that's not too many. And Spear is looking very, very strong at the moment. So do these High Templars have enough energy? No, I do not think. Maybe some of them do, but not a lot. And here we go, the Vikings coming in, hoping to get a flank, but there's actually a ton of Stalkers out here. So he's had a bunch of them over in the other base, and now he's thinking about moving in. Watch it, Stalkers. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. There we go. Gets rid of the Observer, and the Stalker's moving out, trying to get a snipe on something. Is not really happening though. They're chasing away the factory, but back off, nice and careful. Looks like SWs moving in, gets a beautiful central storm, hits the entire army. And the Colossus moving in, the Zealots moving in. Both of the Colossus go down, but there's still a ton of Zealots. The Storms though, how many more Storms are there? At least 1. And the medevac's working overtime to fix this army up. Oh man. SWs with that Storm, brilliant. But Spear is, I don't know, he's pretty far ahead in terms of the army size, 23 ahead. And SWs need some more perfect Storms right here. Absolutely perfect Storms. Otherwise he is going to go down. I think he's lost all of his High Templars. They all got sniped by Spear. He's sending out the Zealots, and the Zealots are doing okay, but as soon as Spear starts moving back, the charge becomes a little bit ineffectual. He's got a Colossus back there, but it is hallucinated, so not doing that much damage. The Zealot's starting to get worn down. They're doing a fair amount of damage, definitely getting their pay out of them, but overall, Spear's still moving in, and here's a real Colossus, but it's going to go down really fast with 4 Vikings, the other 2 just coming in for a reinforcement, and Spear doing a fantastic job. He just had the edge there. Look at his worker numbers. I mean, he got the 3rd base earlier, and he had more workers, so he was just able to out-macro SWS in that case. And I thought when that first storm came down, the SWS may have been able to hold there, but there were no storms following that. Did we have ghosts on the field? No, so he sniped all those High Templars even without ghost support. All the other ones, there was at least one other one which had enough energy for a storm, but Spear just went in, sniped it. Very, very nice work. And so far is leading in this game. So, yeah, 1-0. We'll be back in just a sec to see if SWS can come back from this precarious position. Alrighty, so back into it, having a look, doing some good stuff with Mr. SWS down the bottom left side of the map and Mr. Spear up the top right side of the map. And yeah, Spear did a very, very nice job last game, mainly due to the macro, although we didn't pay too much attention to his macro, but it allowed him to get a very nice army out. He also had the upgrades out a bit earlier than SWS, which is very nice, and just managed to do a great number of pushes. Had the Viking support to take out the Colossus, but also just got in there and really hit the High Templar hard when the storms started coming out. So is beautiful play by Spear, and considering he didn't have any ghost support at all, the fact that he got so many of those High Templars down before they stormed him was a testament to his micro skills, I think. So yeah, game number 2 now, and SWS, he's had a absolutely phenomenal run in this tournament so far, defeating some of the best. But Spear, who's another newcomer to the Hairy Bash series, never seen him in a previous tournament, looks like he may just take this out. I mean, Spear is very highly ranked though in the OSC ranks. He's like, I don't know, top 10, top 15, something like that. He's pretty highly ranked, so he's one of those that you could say, look, I reckon this guy could definitely win. And we have not cast him before in a Hairy Bash though. He's the first one he's entered in, but it's extremely clear that he is a very, very capable player, and SWS definitely as well. But when you have 2 capable players and you throw them together, then only one can come out victorious. And so far it's looking like Spear is, yeah, he's looking good. He's looking very good. He's not looking very good here though. Those guys, no chance at all. They had their timing down pretty nicely though. They knew that an expansion was coming down very, very soon, and they set the Hellions out to try and slow it down, stop it, roast the probe. They were a little bit early though, just a little bit early. And now Mr. SWS going to get that expansion out, and now the Hellions have no chance, I think, of taking that out. I mean, after a few seconds, the base is just pretty much impossible to kill unless you've got 4 to 6 Hellions or something like that. He does have 3, and he's going to be dropping over here. We will see if SWS sees it coming. He's had a pretty good eye for this stuff in the previous game, but I'm not sure how he's going to figure out this one's coming. He's got the Mothership Core, but that's not going to be enough. He does have Gate Tech, so he can warp in a couple of Stalkers. He's warping in 1 Stalker. Where is he? I think he warped it in over there. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. He needs to get some Stalkers back here ASAP. Oh, this is not good. He's got the Nexus overcharged, though, which is going to be enough. Look at the range on that thing. That is absolutely nuts. It doesn't say what range it has, but that range is nuts, man. So, yeah. Very, very nice play. And meanwhile, the Stalkers are going nuts here. Spear with quite a number of Marines, waiting for the right time. We don't have anything crazy like Blink, so moving in, just chasing them away, even using workers. Obviously, Spear feels like he needs the workers to be able to take these guys out. Marine's doing a pretty good job, but the Stalker's doing a very good job sniping workers in one go. And they have killed 5 workers already, and a Widow Mine. How the hell did they kill a Widow Mine? That, I have no... Oh, of course, there's an observer over there, so... yeah, not doing all that well. SWs doesn't seem to be reinforcing this little play too much though. I don't see any more guys being warped in. No, there's a couple back there. Yeah, there they go. They're moving out, but needs to get a little bit more than that. I think Spear might be just building a little bit. No, I don't know. It's close. It's very, very close. We've got 28 versus 28 on the active forces scale. But of course, Stalkers are worth a little bit more. Oh, he's having to deal with that crap as well, so that's probably why he's not pressing as hard as he could be. Raven coming out. Raven Bomb. He does have a Raven Bomb now. Is that something... I don't think you have to research that anymore. I think it's just there. So Raven Bomb could be quite phenomenal. No blink, so they're just going to have to run, and that could be very, very, very bad news. Oh, the force field there almost cuts them off, but not quite. Lifts up into the medevac, does a great job. And yeah, SWs seems to be happy with denying Spear's expansion right here. And you know what? It's something that he can be happy about, because that's got to be freaking annoying at this point. I mean, it's almost the 10-minute mark. Spear's got to be so pissed off at the moment that he can't expand. And he really needs to push out. The Marauders are coming out, and the Marauders are going to pave the way out to get this expansion. So it needs to get them out ASAP. Moving out, but there is high ground vision here. And that Marauder is so close to dying here. Here comes the Raven Bomb. Beautiful micro, but he retreated and almost ran into the Stalker with the Raven Bomb on it. So almost a catastrophe there, but just managed to pull away his forces at the very last second. And so far still holding. So the Raven Bomb, which I thought was going to be phenomenal, in the end, just got out of there very, very fast. And moving the dropships off. Where is he going? Oh, there he goes. He's going to drop down there, and the Stalker's going nuts, killing some stuff, but looking quite strong. He's actually flanked this side as well with 2 Marauders. That's going to hurt. A lot of forces going down. SWs cannot hold this attack. They're going to be falling back, and Spear absolutely victorious in this battle, although the losses from the income that he was not getting for all that period will definitely be felt. It's not too bad. He's actually has maxed out. Sorry, he's 27 over 24 here, so that will have hurt him a little bit. And of course, we cannot discount the gas income. It would have had half the gas, 224 under 448 or whatever it is. So yeah, that's got to have hurt quite a bit. But we will see. We will see. I mean, when you're getting stuff like medevacs and even mass marauders and stuff like that, and upgrades, especially the weapons and the armor, gas is a lifeline. And if you only mining gas off one base, it takes so much longer to get those upgrades and to keep your forces coming out. So yeah, that's got to be nuts. But it looks like SWs is going to clean this up. The Immortal doing a fantastic job at killing Marauders, just knocking them away, just saying, no way, not going to happen, get the hell out of there. SWs going for Colossus again, going to see if he can make it work. It didn't work last time, but maybe he can make it work this time. And Spear obviously saw that the Colossus were out there, going to be going for a Viking, so it's shaping up to be exactly the same game as before. This time SWs looking pretty good on the income. I don't know if Spear is going to boost a huge amount again. He's going to be held down a little bit here, but where is the... Does he have a third base anymore? Have we seen? No, there he goes. He's building it now. He's just building it straight on the pot right there. And SWs moving out, getting 4 more gateways. Probe comes out, sees the factory, he's like, oh crap, not again. So this little trick, man, very, very annoying. Needs to send a couple of Stalkers over. But even so, that thing's going to take ages. Here we go, the Marauders running in. I thought maybe they're going to snipe the Colossus, but decide to move back. We're seeing some very nice force field action in this game. And yeah, the army isn't too big, but they're still doing okay. Zealot League's not out yet, but I'm assuming they'll be out, you know, sometime soon. Maybe. But SWs obviously feeling like he wants to get some action happening here. Going up from the ramp, the Marauders spreading out. They're doing a pretty good job. Are we going to see a Raven Bomb? No, doesn't look like it. And oh, yes, there it is. There's the Raven Bomb coming in, going straight for the damaged Colossus. The Colossus runs, managed to avoid the Raven Bomb, but now that Colossus needs to get back into the action. However, the Vikings doing a great job at the Stalkers trying to hold up against the ground units. Workers coming in, and they are going to force these guys to step a little bit backward, but the ground forces for Spear are dying quite fast, and SWS making a move, but all of his Colossus have gone down. Can he hold this off? He's going to wait and get some more units. He's looking very, very strong in this game. And Spearman, it's going to be very, very hard for him to hold this off. SWS just looking so insanely good. He's only 44 over 43. Vikings up the top side, doing some damage to the sentries. Trying to get rid of this stuff, but some very, very nice medevac action. Lifting them up, helping them to stay alive. And Spear starting to turn this around a little bit. The reinforcement advantage helping out. And income-wise, he's actually lost a ton of workers having gone down to hold this off. So if SWS just holds out here, just does all of these good things right here, I think he's definitely going to win this game. It's not much in this battle, but the amount of workers that Spear has lost is really telling me that SWS, what the hell am I selecting that for, is going to win this game. He's just looking so strong here. This game, this little match here, has been lost. Fair enough, but overall, I'm looking at the income meter here. Overall, that thing's just going to be insane. Did we lose some workers here? 39. I feel like he lost some workers. Yeah, there's some little... Are they corpses? No, I think there's just minerals over there. I don't know, 39 over 29, man. I still think he's doing okay, but then again... Spear may be just muling his way to a victory here. He lost a ton of workers, but he's just building a ton of mules. And that may be enough. Maybe. I just do not know. I mean, this third base has been so badly delayed right here. Oh, and the worker goes down. Forcing the factory to go, but there is still the Widow Mine. The Observer coming back. This thing gets destroyed in very, very quick fashion. But have the mules allowed Spear 1? How... That's the units count. Sorry, I thought that was a workers count for a sec. He's still behind, but has the mules allowed Spear to build up a massive force? Is this... Why am I not selecting this? Follow mode. There we go. Thank you. It looks like he's moved out with a ton of forces. Quite a bit. SWS has got a bit as well, but Spear just bounced off the back of this and somehow is making a play right here. Long term, I think he might be screwed. With this worker disadvantage, although he's catching up surprisingly quick, and SWS has had so much trouble getting that third base. It's no wonder that he had, but man, that's just thrown me, because SWS, I thought macro-wise he was going to be okay, but I think the combination of mules and SWS not having the third base and Spear just going nuts on the macro as hard as he can, get as much as he can, and I think that just came out and just somehow managed to squeeze a victory out of that desolate looking situation that I put him on. But man, great stuff there by Spear, showing that he is definitely one of the best and taking him up to the grand final. So he will be facing Wally, and yeah, I do believe it may be his first Zerg in the I'm not sure. He faced Demilove, and I can't remember what race Demilove is, so we'll see. We'll see when we get to the grand final. It will be Wally versus Spear, best of 5 series, and after that, SWS versus Pez in the best of 3 third place matchup. Protoss versus Protoss, which is gonna be awesome. So anyway, I'll catch you guys in a few days for the grand final. Yeah, it should be awesome. I'll see you guys then.